All right, we're going to go through the Unit 4 pretest. I want you to check your work with your Unit 4 pretest packet to see how you did. Here's the first page. Problem number 1, it is a little blurry, sorry kids. The map scale on a map of the United States is a ½ inch represents 100 miles. If Celine measured the distance between two cities to be 2 inches, what should she write as the actual distance between the two cities? Well, let's draw out what 1 inch would look like. If this was 1 inch, this would be half. Half an inch equals 100 miles. 100 miles here. That means I have 100 miles here. I'm trying to see how much would be 2 inches. This is 1 inch. Let's add another inch here. This would be a half. This would be 2 inches. Have another 100, another 100. Right here, 2 inches would represent 400 miles. The next problem. Use your ruler to measure the given line segment to the nearest eighth of an inch. Get a ruler. Actually, I won't be able to do this problem for you kids because your problem is going to be a little different than mine. I'll just take a look what it would be with this ruler. Right now I'm looking at 5 inches. And this would be 1/4. 5 1/4 of an inch. Could be different on your paper, because kids, when I put this on here, I had to expand it, so my line could be a little different than your line. Next problem, this says 30 divided by 2 equals. Well, this could be mental math. This could be 15, because all I have to do is cut 30 in half. I can also show my work. 30 divided by 2. 2 goes into 3. How many times? 1 time. 2 times 1 equals 2. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Got to bring down the 0. How many times can 2 go into 10? 5 times. 2 times 5 equals 10. Subtract, I have 0. 15 is my answer. Next problem. 160 divided by 8 equals. Well, 8 times what equals 16? Times 2. 8 times, so then we have to add the 0. It's 20. 8 times 20 equals 160. Let's check our work. We have 160 divided by 8. 8 goes into 1, 0 times. 8 times 0 is 0. We subtract, got a 1. We bring down the 6. How many times can 8 go into 16? 8 goes into 16 2 times. 8 times 2 equals 16. Subtract. I apologize here. 0 equals 16. 8 times 2 equals 16. We subtract, we get 0. Bring down the 0. How many times can 8 go into 0? 0 times. 8 times 0 equals 0. Answer is 20. Next problem. Solve 182 divided by 7. 182 divided by 7. How many times can 7 go into 1? 0 times. 7 times 0 equals 0. 1, bring down the 8. How many times can 7 go into 18? Well, 7 times 3 equals 21. So we are going to have to go 7 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Subtract, we get a 4, bring down the 2. How many times can 7 go into the number 42? 7 goes into 42. 6 times, that's basic facts. 7 times 6, 42. Have a 0 here to end. Our answer is 26. Next problem. 129 divided by 31. I told you when you brought this home, this answer can be written as a remainder. How many times can 31 go into 1? It goes in there 0 times. 31 times 0 equals 0. Subtract, we get a 1, we bring down the 2. How many times can 3 go into 12? 3 goes into 12 exactly. My bad. How many times can 31 go into 12? 31 goes into 12. 0 times, another 0. Bring down the 9. How many times can 31 go into 129? 31 times 3 equals 93. You can try and get closer. 31 times 4. 4 times 1 equals 4. 3 times 4 equals 12. That's as close as we're going to get, kids. Let's put a 4 here. 31 times 4 right here. 124. Subtract, we got a 5. Remainder 5. 4, remainder 5. Next problem. Choose your magnitude estimate. Explain how you got your estimate. Well, this says, it's kind of blurry, but it says 52.5 divided by 5. Magnitude estimate, I have to estimate so I can make this easier. Well, I'm going to change 52.5 to 50 divided by 5, which is basic, equals 10. Circle my 10s. Find the value of x in the first number sentence. Use this value to complete the second number sentence. Well, this first one says x equals 70 minus 45. So 70 minus 45. You got a 5 here, 25. So x equals 25. This here says x squared equals what? So pretty much I have to substitute 25 in for x. 25 squared equals what? A lot of kids are going to want to put 50 for an answer. This is 100% wrong. This means 25 times 25. 25 times 25 equals what? Well, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Get rid of this 2 up here so I don't make any mistakes. Place value holder, go ahead and get rid of this 5, don't need it anymore. 2 times 5 equals 10. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Add them up, got a 5, a 2, a 6. 625 is your answer. Next problem. Find another value for x. For you at home, I told you that a century equals 100. They want to know what 2/5 of 100 is. Well, if I have 100, I have a line here that equals 100. They want you to split this up into 5 parts. Each one of these parts equals 1/5. I have to find out what would go in there. So pretty much what this is asking in a very confusing way is what 100 divided by 5 is. 5 goes into 1, 0 times. How many times can 5 go into 10? Goes in there twice. We have a 10. How many times can 5 go into 0? 0 times. Done. So we have a 20 in each one of these spots, which makes sense because 20 times 5 equals 100. So x, or t, I should say, is 2/5 of 100. So I have to take 2 of these because that'd be 2/5, which is 40. So my t equals 40. But the problem is right here. They want to know what 40 times t equals. Well, t equals 40. So 40 times 40 equals what number? This is easy math because I know what 4 times 4 is. That equals 16. To add the 2 zeros, so our answer is 1,600. Here's the second page. John has, I can't read that. John has 8 swimming trophies. He would like to place an equal number of trophies on each of the 2 shelves. How many trophies should he put on each shelf? Write a number sentence to solve. So he has 8 trophies. He has 2 shelves. He wants to know how many trophies he can put on there. That's what the problem is asking. 8 divided by 2, kids, is an easy problem. 4. So if he has 2 shelves, he's going to have 4 trophies on each shelf. Next problem. Show your work. This says 42 divided by 3. 42 divided by 3. 3 goes into 4 one time. Bring down the 2. How many times can 3 go into 12? 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. 0. Answer is 14. Next problem. 6 times what number equals 108? Well, we don't know this number, but we do know 108. We know 6. So we have to take 108, divide it by 6. Nice and easy. How many times can 6 go into 1? 0 times. How many times can 6 go into 10? 1 time. How many times can 6 go into 48? 6 goes into 48 8 times. Done. The answer is 18. 144 divided by 39. Nice and easy. It's the same process, kids. 39 goes into 1, 0 times. Bring down the 4. We got 14 now. Can 39 go into 14? Nope. 39 times 0 is 0. Bring down the 4. How many times can 39 go into 144? Well, I'm going to go ahead and try 39 times 4. Let's see what that equals. 9 times 4, 36. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. 156. 156 is too high. So we're going to have to go 39 times 3. 9 times 3, 27. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. Put a 3 here. 117. Go ahead and subtract. Got a 14 here. 3. 7, 2. 27. The answer is 3. Remainder 27. 3. Remainder 27. Next problem. That says 851. It's a little blurry. Divided by 55. How many times can 55 go into 8? 0 times. How many times can 55 go into 85? 1 time. 55. Subtract 0, 3. Bring down the 1. How many times can 55 go into 301? I have no clue, but I know that 50 times 6 is 300. But we have 55, so let's do 55 times 5. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 5, 25. Plus 2 is 275. Go ahead and put a 5 here. 275 here. We're going to subtract. Comes 11. Comes 10, but we're going to have to borrow, so this becomes 9. This becomes a 2. 6, 2. 26. 15, remainder 26. 15, remainder 26 is the answer to that problem. Next problem, it says choose your magnitude estimate. Well, it says 415.2 divided by 4. Magnitude estimate, well, let's go ahead and round 415.2. Let's round that to 400. Divide that by 4, we get 100. Our magnitude estimate would be in the hundreds. Now they would like us to solve this problem. How many times can 4 go into 4? 1 time. 4 times 4 is 4. Subtract, bring down the 1. How many times can 4 go into 1? 0 times. 4 times 0, 0. Got a 1, bring down the 5. How many times can 4 go into 15? 3 times. 4 times 3 is 12. 3. Let's move the decimal up so we don't forget. Bring the 2 down. How many times can 4 go into 32? 8 times. Your answer is 103.8, which is very close to our magnitude estimate, so we know we did it correctly, so we can move on. This one right here, we have 2.1 divided by 13. Well, our magnitude estimate is going to tell us that we're dividing a small number by a bigger number, which means our answer is going to be in the decimals. Let's go ahead and work out this problem. How many times can 13 go into 2? 13 goes into 2, 0 times. How many times can 13 go into 22? Let's move that decimal up so we don't forget. 13 goes into 22 once. Got a 13 here. Go ahead and subtract. 12, 1, so 12 and 3, so we have a 9. Let's bring down the 1. How many times can 13 go into the number 91? 13 times 7 equals 1, 21. 91, so the answer is 7. We've got 91 here, 0. So our answer is 0 and 7, or we have 17 hundredths is our answer. Next problem. The students at Southwood School are going on a picnic. If each bus can carry 26 students, how many buses would we need for 325 students? Well, we have 325 divided by 26. That's how many can fit on a bus, equals B, because we want to know how many buses we need, okay? So let's take 325 off to the side here. Divide it by 26. 26 can go into 3, 0 times. bring down the 2. 26 can go into 32 once. How many times can 26 go into 65? Well, I know 26 times 2 is probably going to be the closest because 25 times 2 is 50. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, 52. Put a 2 here, put a 52 here. Subtract, we got 13. So your answer is 12 remainder 13. Well, I'm not going to leave the 13 kids. So the remainder represents R equals leftovers, leftover kids that didn't fit. Okay. And what did we do with the remainder? We rounded it up. So our answer is 13 buses. All right, we're going to stop there.